Hey guys, it's Nate, aka the Foot Accountant. Welcome back to the channel. Foot Birthday continues today in FC 26, bringing Foot Birthday Team 2 with more opportunities to take cards through the bakery evolutions and customize with playstyles these Foot Birthday players. But it's not only that, content itself seems like it's getting even better than it was in the first week of this promo. We've got big expectations for the Max 89 Evo that's expected to drop today, and big SBC news as well. Maybe another Foot Birthday card, which we would be able to customize with playstyles and playstyle pluses in SBCs. Along with that, hopefully some fun, easy SBCs like a guaranteed Team 2 Foot Birthday pack to give us a chance to pack some of the new cards, and more of those easy objectives that also give guaranteed Foot Birthday packs. All of this content is coming today, plus plenty of store packs like last week, is sure to impact the market. And we got to make coins somehow, right? Because we need coins for the season pass. We need coins to do these evolutions that take up 15,000 coins per playstyle plus. We got to talk about the market today, guys, because it's not looking good, but we got to invest somewhere. Let's talk about it, guys. If you're excited for Team 2 of this Foot Birthday promo, drop a thumbs up with the video, hype the video if that button shows up for you, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Now, we had a busy day on Thursday yesterday with the brand new season, and we need to take a quick look over that. I'm not going to go through every single thing individually, but I do want to explain the first thing that you see in the season pass right here, and that is the new Make Your Idol evolution chain through this season pass. You get a pack right away at level 1, and you also get an evolution consumable that starts the process. Guys, the best way I can describe this is using this graphic right here and just kind of reminding you of how the Future Stars Academy worked. You use that first Evo at level 1 in the premium pass, I should say, to get yourself a bit of a boost and kind of start the chain. You go to 85 rated with a Japanese or Korean player. At level 3, you add 4-star, 4-star, and choose boost depending on attacker, midfielder, defender. You pick some playstyle pluses to choose from for your first PS plus. Then at level 7, another upgrade to 89 with a playstyle plus pick for your second playstyle plus. And then at level 21, you take the card at 91 rated, 5-star, 5-star, and then again boost per position. This is what I would do. Go to Footbin, create a card. I have this Kota Takai as a Japanese center back who I had started evoing during Future Stars, and I'm going to pick him up here and end up with a pretty decent card in a couple of weeks. It's not the craziest evo idea ever because it is very limiting on the players that you can put into it, but it's at least something that is part of the season pass that makes it interesting. Now, the rest of this season pass, the players are not the most hype. Like, you do get to the end and you have some pretty solid cards. You got a first 3 playstyle plus card other than Team of the Years back here at the end of the season pass for Rivaldo. And of course, you also have our first 3 playstyle plus evolution unlockable here at level 27 that gives pinged pass plus, again, up to 3 playstyle pluses for a max 90 card. That's really what shines in this season pass. It is the packs and it is the evos, and there is a lot of them. So is it worth 500,000 coins? If you don't have the coins right away to get it, I wouldn't stress, but I do think as we go down the line, it is going to be worth picking up the premium season pass, just because, again, I think 500,000 coins there, if you try to add up all the value of the players, of the packs, of the evos that you get, it is well worth that cost in coins. Now, a couple things to explain from the new seasonal objectives that dropped yesterday with this pass. Of course, we have a whole bunch of new silver icons. We've got Rivaldo in here, Cafu, Roberto Carlos, Ronaldinho with Inventive Plus, which I don't necessarily love, but it's there. Lucio with the Aerial Fortress, Park Ji-sung, Oliver Kahn, Nakata, Gilberto Silva, and R9. Those silver cards are there if you want to get them done, or like if you're like me, you just get them done without really trying. We're already 15 out of 30 games done for Ronaldinho. If you want to try to mix and match these, by the way, just kind of look through. There's a lot of the Brazilian ones in here that require some Brazilian players or like La Liga players. You can get a lot of them done at once if you're trying to build out your silver team. But the biggest thing from the seasonal objectives yesterday is the Triple Threat League. It's a new kind of league that is running through this whole season that there's an objective for a completionist, for a weekly completionist objective here, and there's also a live events objective. But guys, this is probably going to end up being the place where a lot of people do evolutions, because if you go and take a look at the mode itself, it is 1st to 3, which is not quite golden goal, but is close enough, and that's just a way where you're going to be able to get games done quicker. Now, EA are limiting us to 6 attempts per day for this league, but it is a place to get evos done quick and to kind of work towards some packs. Again, just to explain this very simply, you have to play 9 matches in this mode each week to complete the completionist objective, which gives some pretty good packs. Like for this week, when you get 9 games done, Bruiser Plus as a second play style plus. That's pretty good. Next week, you get a 5-star boost for a max 89 rated card. I should say for the Bruiser Plus Evo, max 89 as well. That's one of the things that makes the season pass Evos and some of these objective Evos with this triple threat league really worth it. Is we're talking max 89, max 90 for some of the Evos in the season pass and here in objectives as well. Really big packs, 87 by 7 for week 3, 86 by 10, 85 by 15, and then at week 6, you get Tiki Taka Plus and Low Driven Shot Plus for a max 89 rated card as well. And the group reward is a Festival Football Answer the Call Guarantee Pack, which is the promo that is after this, we believe. Now, the other league here, again, is one that you can chip away at, and there's some good Evos inside of this. 5-star skill moves for a max 89 card, 5-star weak foot for a max 89 card. It's just, 2 more Evos in here as well. Technical Plus for a max 89, and then at the very bottom, you've got Finesse Shot Plus for a max 89. Like, it's kind of cool looking at all these Evos, like, just envisioning the players that you're going to put into this. It is going to take some work. Don't get me wrong, scoring 30 matches, like that's going to take a couple of weeks to get done. But those are some good Evos there and objectives, and of course in the season pass. Now that was most of the objective content yesterday. Always there's a lot on Thursdays when we get a new season, so try to digest that, maybe dive into the objectives if you want to see a bit more yourself there. But it was a very busy day with all of the content there. Now let's go to Evos, where we got a good Evo yesterday, guys. Cake Catcher, it's a goalkeeper Evo, max 88, I believe, is the rating that this fits, because icons are fitting into this, and the boost here is really, really good. We're talking about acceleration, plus 20, sprint speed, plus 20. It gives far reach and 1v1 close down plus. I find 1v1 close down to be pretty meta, to be completely honest. Rushing out with the goalkeeper, pressing triangle or Y on the controller, brings the keeper out super fast with this playstyle plus, and can really kind of just frustrate and surprise attackers coming in on goal. Also gives 5-star skill moves. It gives positioning. It gives reflex boost. You get a weak foot plus 4-star as well. You're going to 5-star basically. And maybe the biggest thing with this Evo is, with the stat boost, you're going to 2 playstyle pluses. I remember saying in the last couple of weeks that the goalkeeper Evos needed to level up, and this one does, right? You got cards like Van der Sar, the Vicario, who is super crazy for an 87 rated card, and Rulli, who has 99 diving, fitting into this Evo. You got Gadella, Neuer, Emi Martinez, so many different goalkeeper cards that people have had in their teams that have just been waiting for an Evo like this, looking pretty crazy after the boost. That's got cards like Van der Sar going from 200,000 coins all the way to 350k where he is now because of this Evo, and other cards like Donnarumma and Team of the Year Yashin, the most expensive goalkeepers on the market, crashing in price. Now sure, Donnarumma still has 3 playstyle pluses, and these Evos do not, but it's the whole point of new Evo cards being created for goalkeepers that weren't that good before, making that Donnarumma card less unique and maybe less OP, I guess, like not as far above the rest of the power curve as all other goalkeepers. So that's a very good Evo. Make sure you get that one done. I believe it is paid, but it's not crazy in terms of the cost. Now, the SBCs that we had yesterday, just to close things out from yesterday's content, we had a Sugita World Tour SBC here, 87 rated card for her. At least she's pretty cheap if you want to get that one done. And through the rest of yesterday's content, really, it was a guaranteed player pick along with a Harry Kane player of the month. I'm not sure where the Harry Kane player of the month is. There he is. Finesse and pinged pass plus 82 pace, 95 shooting, 4-star, 4-star, striker position. Look at those shooting stats. If you want to get yourself a goal scoring machine, this is going to be the guy. The price for the SBC is coming in at 231,000 coins. It's 5 squads. So it is a little bit much. You could say, 88, 287s and 286 rated squads there, but that is going to be a card that does not miss the back of the net. But the real good SBC from yesterday was a surprise guaranteed FUT birthday player pick, a 1 of 3 Team 1 FUT birthday player pick. 89 plus. That was the big deal, right? This is an 89 plus pick. So you're not packing some of those 88 and 87 rated fodder cards that we've been getting all week. This was such a nice one from EA. And guys, it's going to come back as well. This is one of the things that I'm worried about with the market. Even with Team 2 starting today, I'm still worried about Team 1 of this promo because this pack is going to be repeatable still. Other packs in the store and even other SBCs here like FUT Birthday Team 1 Upgrade Uncapped are still going to be out for the next week of this promo. EA is giving us a lot of chances not only to pack Team 1 card still, but also the new Team 2. So that was a good, fun player pick yesterday, coming in at about 99,000 coins. Worth the try for that one last FUT birthday card that you maybe haven't packed yet that you're really trying to get. Now, we can talk about yesterday's content even more, but we got to talk about what's coming today. And actually, this is a new loading screen that EA dropped in the game not too long ago, kind of teasing some of the cards that we already know about. FUT Birthday Team 2, guys, we have the leaks, we have the official stats. Of course, we looked at them in yesterday's video. We're going to just quickly cover them again if you missed that. This team is looking interesting. Some say better than Team 1. I think a lot of people would say it's the same or maybe a little worse than Team 1, but definitely some crazy players. Claudia Pina, we've got some official stats here. Actually, what was leaked here as her official stat of 92 shooting and 91 dribbling is wrong, because if you look in game, she's got 93 shooting and 92 dribbling. So that's a +1 over the league stats for her, but the other stats for the cards on this loading screen do match. Pogba's got 92 pass and dribble, and Rudiger has 92 physical and 91 defending. So this is from FutAccountant on Twitter if you want to check this out. He's got the post of most of the FUT birthday cards that are coming in packs today for Team 2. This is not all of them. There are a few that are missing. This Anthony card's going to be very hyped today. This Balde going to be very hyped. Ait Nuri as well going to be very hyped. And this week's going to be really interesting to see how these cards move on the market, because last week with Team 1, we didn't really have an idea of how the bakery evos worked. Like, we were kind of figuring it out for the first couple of hours, maybe even the first day. We've had a week of it now. We know how it works for these cards. I'm going to be super curious to see how the price of these cards start out. I don't think it's going to be the same as last week. Remember, FUT Birthday Team 1 last week started really cheap and then went up. There's potential for these cards to get supplied early from store packs, but there's not as many saved packs this week. So I'd be very careful buying any of these. I know some of you guys are looking at this saying, Nate, when should I buy Balde? Because I want to Evo him. When should I buy Kudus for a Spurs fan who's not happy about them maybe getting relegated? I mentioned that in every video now, don't I? Just wait to buy these cards because I think they will drop lower over the course of the weekend, if it's especially a bigger, more expensive investment that you're trying to put into an evolution. Now, the heroes and icons have been leaked with official stats as well. Puskás, Charlton Foudy, Miyama, Eto'o. Eto'o looks cracked. Rapid and finesse with 94 pace, 92 shooting. That looks like a really insane card. The heroes look good as well. Lucio, De Rossi, Company, all looking very nice. Even Hamsik, who shouldn't be that expensive, as an 89 rated card with power shot, incisive, and decent stats, might be a fun card as well. So those are the official stats for what we have right now. And like I mentioned, we have a Team 1 FUT birthday upgrade pack that was dropped last Friday. I'm hoping that we get that exact same upgrade pack today for Team 2. The packs and the code, all EA have to do is drop it in the game to give us a chance at packing the Team 2 FUT birthday cards. That was one of the things that made Team 1 last Friday so great, was we had multiple FUT birthday guarantee packs in SBCs and in objectives, and I hope that continues. Now, speaking of SBCs, we kind of know what's coming today. At least we know one of the SBCs for sure, and the leakers are telling us the second SBC is the real good one. Now, first of all, we know that Cambiasso is dropping today, because I believe when EA tweeted out Mandzukic last week, they also mentioned that Cambiasso was going to be coming this Friday, the second Friday of the promo. That's his official card with Tiki and Intercept Plus. could be good if it's affordable, and I think he would be the cheaper of the 2-player SBCs today. The other player SBC that we are kind of expecting today is Bukayo Saka. Now, remember, Bukayo Saka was originally leaked as a flashback card, but then FUT Sheriff came in and said that he was going to be a card type FUT birthday, which is huge, right? Because that means that we would get to customize his card with the playstyles and playstyle pluses that we would want to. And these are his official stats here from the leak: 91 pace shooting and dribbling, 88 passing, 80 defending, and 77 physical. The question is, will he have other positions other than right wing and right mid? And how much would this be? Bernardo Silva was cheap, right? And that SBC, as I would call it, I mean, that was the best SBC of this promo so far. It could be SBC of the year, to be completely honest. Just the ability that we had to customize this card, how good he is in game, and the price of the SBC. Is Saka going to be received that well? I don't think he's going to be as cheap as Bernardo Silva. However, I'm very curious to see what positions they added this card. And I mean, not really the stats because we have the leaks there, but really it's about the positions and the price, because we don't want it to be super expensive when we know we might have to spend 30,000 coins on 2 playstyle pluses to put on the card. And, you know, if it's a card that we already have a lot of right mids or a lot of cams for in our team, that's not going to be that interesting. So a lot of question marks around Bukayo Saka, but allegedly he is today's SBC. Now, when you look at the rest of the player SBCs, can't skip over this. We got a Van Persie card incoming. We've got a Chabum Kun incoming. We've got a Mateus SBC that's incoming as well. That was leaked yesterday. That one's going to be huge, all right? So we're going to have to wait for the official stats on that Mateus. Some people were saying they thought the stats were already leaked. So if this is one that interests you, maybe you hold off on doing a SBC like Saka just to wait and see what the Mateus looks like. But if that is actually his card, intercepted, pinged with 91 pace, 90 passing, sure, he's low in the dribbling. Mateus is always kind of low in the dribbling, but he's still pretty good in game from what I hear. I haven't used him this year. 92 defending, though. He always had rapid, relentless, and quick step playstyles. Anticipates comment on his card as well. Power shot. Could be a very, very meta midfielder with those stats, depending on the SBC. So keep a close eye out for confirmation on that. And then you see the rest of the SBCs coming during Team 2 of this promo. Timber and Marmoush showdown. You've got Grealish and Kingsley Coman potentially coming as FUT birthday player SBCs, customizable as well with the playstyle pluses. SBC content is looking good. I'd say that's better than Team 1, bar the Bernardo Silva. There's more usable cards in there, more hype cards because of the stats and the players that are just being listed here as SBC leaks. Now, you've seen me click on the card a couple of times already. This Semenyo is going to be an SBC today. Premier League Player of the Month drops today on this game, and Semenyo has won the award for the last month of February, where he did cook, to be fair. And he's got a Fantasy FC card that I haven't heard too much about. I haven't heard people say if it's good or not, but this might be better. I mean, for the playstyle plus being finesse over the low driven compared to the fantasy. However, the fantasy is, you know, better statistically for sure. +2, +3 in a couple of stat areas. But if this card comes in at a decent value, 88 rated, could be good for evolutions from this season pass and maybe some other evos still from the last season pass. So that card should drop today a little bit early before the actual content drop time. So a lot of SBC discussion today, but we haven't even touched on what might be the biggest part of content today, and that is the evolution. Of course, guys, in yesterday's video, we talked about the winger transformation evo that was released on Wednesday that pointed to today some special left wing evo with an incredible skills boost for a max 89 rated left wing player, right? This is the evo that I'm very, very interested in putting Charlton into to give him the left wing position. And we are expecting this evo to be dropped today. Now, right now, it has not been leaked. I almost guarantee you it will be leaked before the content drop today from somebody, probably FUT Police on Twitter. He'll be posting about this left wing max 89 evo if it is good. If it's not good, I don't know why EA is hyping it up. But since they're hyping it up here in the game and allowing us to change a player to fit into that one, it's got to be pretty good, guys. That's why you see cards like Suarez going from 350,000 coins 3 days ago up to 550K plus where he is right now, because he fits that transformation evo. And imagine if it's a pace boost, a dribbling boost, and a second playstyle plus, and maybe 5-star skills on a winger evo. I mean, 5-5 potentially, because this is going to be a Friday big evolution. Last Friday's evo, of course, was the Cake and Rash, 125,000 coins. That created some really, really crazy strikers. I haven't put anybody in it yet. I will be for sure soon. But that's the type of evo that this could be today. So maybe Ronaldinho fits it, right? Of course, left wings didn't fit the winger transformation evo because they already have left wing position. But like a card who's 88 rated left wing like Ronaldinho, he could be a perfect card to finally get a good upgrade in this new evo today. So watch out for the leaks regarding that. That may not be the only evo as well. We might have a free evo today, just like we had last week with the center back level up. I don't know what position it would maybe be for, another defender, maybe a defensive minded midfielder type of evo, but watch out for a free evo today as well. Now, to round out the rest of the content that we'd be expecting today, of course, there was a lot going on in objectives last week, as we kind of already mentioned. Guaranteed FUT birthday packs were all over the place in here. Of course, we've already had the FUT birthday tournaments. There is a FUT birthday exhibition game mode that I think is going to be dropping today as well. And we'll have the second round of like FUT birthday party and maybe like another FUT birthday cheers type of evolution or objective, since that one is expiring today. So just watch out for more campaign objectives, specifically those that give us more play styles, right? Because EA's been giving some of these playstyle evos in objectives so that we don't have to spend 15,000 coins to put another playstyle plus on those cards we're evoing through the bakery. So watch out for that in objectives. Now, we look at all that and we're like, okay, could be a really solid Friday night of content. And I 100% agree with you. And that is why the market still worries me. Great content plus hype plus coin drain, right? We remember what happened last Friday. Guys, the price drops that we saw last Friday were absolutely ridiculous. I know we looked at this card in yesterday's video, but it's top of mind for me still. Knockout royalty Andres Iniesta. What is he now, like 800,000 coins? He was under 800K yesterday. Looks like he's up a little bit right now. Yeah, 820. He was under like 750, I think, yesterday at his cheapest price. This dude was 1.5 mil last week, 1.3 mil, I think, on Friday, to be exact. Last Friday, the market got absolutely rocked. I don't think the market's going to drop as much this week as it did last week, because of course that was just the surprise of the FUT birthday cards. Now we kind of know what to expect. We've been saying all week, guys, the market's probably going to drop even more, and I think it is today. I just don't know if it's going to be as extreme. I do think, however, that prices are going to dip, and I would say it's going to be just about everything. Because again, you have maybe a good evo that requires coins, right? It's going to be a paid evo for that left wing one, right? Maybe 100K if it's that good. That's going to drain coins from the market. Good SBC for a card like Bukayo Saka. That's going to drain coins from the market too, as people may be going by some fodder to get the Saka SBC done. And then of course you have more evos for FUT birthday cards. This is going to drain coins from the market, taking tradable players and turning them untradeable. And also you're going to have store packs. Last week, a lot of people remember the guaranteed FUT birthday store pack. That was one of the main causes of prices dropping as much as they did. Not only on FUT birthday cards that were just introduced into packs, but also on fodder. And once again, this is a pack that I've been highlighting for the past couple of days. If this pack comes back and does not change to just say it's giving out Team 2 of FUT birthday, Team 1 cards will be packable from this as well. And remember, this pack last week was the one, since it's tradable, that really hurt fodder too. Guys, if you have fodder, what I would tell you to do is sell it. It was a great investment. It was a great investment, guys. On the weekend, last Friday night, even on Saturday, we were saying buy all the fodder because the prices just got so cheap, right? Fodder was down to 4K for 88 rateds. And then again on Sunday, down to 4,000 coins. And yesterday it hit 7.5K, almost doubled in the last week. Is it going to be that extreme again this week? Maybe. If fodder drops down to 4K for 88 rateds, the bidding that is going to be had on the market an hour or 2 or 3 after content is going to be insane. You'll be able to bid on 85s, 6s, 7s, 8s, maybe even 89s. They've gone up a little bit with a couple of 88 rated squad requirements in the last couple of days. Maybe the 89s and 90s could go up if the Bukayo Saka card is requiring one of those squads, that would maybe make it too expensive if it's got too many of those inside of it. But like a Mateus SBC, that might take 89s, 90s, and 91s from that leak that we had. Maybe this is a time on a Friday night like tonight, before the Mateus comes out, if he's not today like we're thinking, could be a very good opportunity to get invested in fodder early, especially on the higher tier. So I would be selling fodder right now, buying it a couple hours after content when the supply is coming in. And again, I'd be careful on these FUT birthday cards. I see Fede Valverde, yeah, he's up right now. He's just jumped a couple 100,000 coins. Like yesterday, he was 1.3. 1.3 before rewards, 1.3 at content, and now he's 1.5. I think he's going to come back down to the 1.3, 1.4 range, especially if he's still in packs. Alan St. Maximin, yeah, he's up like 40K, right? He was 470 yesterday, a couple times at his lowest. I think he's going to come back down. Remember, left mid, left wing. We're getting a left mid, left wing Evo today. That's a card that's probably going to drop. I still like this team for investments, though, at the same time. I just want to wait and see how the content drops today and how much these cards are getting supplied before going and investing. If it doesn't look like these cards are getting supplied that much today from store packs, then maybe we will go and we will invest in a couple of those Team 1 FUT birthday players, as again, those Evos, the Bakery Evos, are out for a long time, and these FUT birthday players are going to go out of packs. So I think it's possible they can rise, but I just want to be very, very careful with that. And overall, like we saw last Friday on the market, I don't expect there to be incredible opportunities to trade unless there's really big price drops again that you can buy rare out of packs cards and flip them for profit afterwards, a couple hours after the panic, right? And what I would tell you is bids and stay away from positions that are impacted by a new Evo or a new SBC. If you're looking for cards to trade with today, just go to the Footbin Squad section here, scroll down, look at the fantasy cards, fantasy heroes, knockout royalty, future stars, go all the way back to Team of the Year cards, even Team of the Year icons, time warp, maybe all the way back to winter wild cards. That's where I would go to be trading with some of these cards today. Again, being very careful not to trade with too many left mids or left wings because of what is going down with Evos, and maybe even be careful with right mids, right wings because of Bukayo Saka. Like right there, that Esteval card, this is a card who's super rare, dropped a lot yesterday, was down at 1.1 million coins, is probably going to go there again today, but at least right now, I might be able to make a quick flip on him because that undercut that is sitting there in the market is a really big undercut, and these cards are rare. Once again, the key is the rarity and just a player that you know people are going to want to use. Yeah, that card got bought and probably relisted right here. Yeah, that card has 0 owners on the current card. On Footbin, it says price updated 3 minutes ago. So whoever bought this at 1.32 or is selling it at 1.32 probably bought that at 1.21, got the snipe, and listed it up. But I'm going to be sitting pretty with my coins. I spent 500K in the season pass yesterday. I still have these Mateos who I'm probably going to sell, even though she's earned an upgrade for her game that she played 2 days ago. Like, she's getting an upgrade, guys. But this is a card that I still might have to sell before then because it's a card that might still drop today. So I'm going to be very careful on the market, get some coins around, try to make some coins today for you guys, and we will see what other interesting content EA release. Last thing I want to mention, this right here, No Fluff FUT Birthday. It's a FUT Birthday player pick 88 plus, including heroes and icons. It doesn't say that's untradeable. This is pack code that's been added. If that's tradable, that's going to do some hurting of the market as well for 88 plus FUT birthday cards, because again, if that is tradable, people will chance that in the store, especially because it has heroes and icons in it, and I do think that will hurt some prices. We'll just have to watch and see what store packs get dropped and when. But overall, we can't be too scared about the market. When the market's dropping because of good content, I will always take that, right? We've said that a lot over the years, and it's super true right now. The market's been dropping in the past couple of days because the content's been great. The past week, right? Last thing I want to mention, second to last thing I want to mention, icon swaps expiring today at content. If you've got time, get your cards done. I did the R9 yesterday. I took with my one extra token, the 82 by 25. So I did join the rat crew of having R9, if you want to call it that. But after playing this guy so many times in Weekend League and in Rivals. Like, it's R9. Like, how can you say no? I can't say no to the card. It's taking me back to FIFA 22 when I had him from the beginning of the year. We got that crazy lucky pack pull. That's an all-timer FIFA moment for me, and it's kind of bringing me back to that a little bit, having this card here. But I'm excited to see what FUT birthdays we can get our hands on today, what SBC and evolution content we can get involved with, and it's Promo Friday that's really worth looking forward to, guys. We're going to be live, of course, on stream here on YouTube and on Twitch and TikTok as well. If you want to come by, check out the content, look at the market a bit with us, and see what's dropping with FUT Birthday Team 2. So make sure you come around the content time for that here on the channel. Have a happy Friday, guys. Thanks for watching the videos as always, and I will see you in the stream today. It's been Nate, TheFutAccountant. Drop a thumbs up on the video if you're excited. Comment down below if you have any questions. And, of course, subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys in the stream today. Peace.